What's going on, guys? Patriot Stacker here. We're in a new location. I got a couple coins that I'm going to do a little experimenting with. Let me put the cap back on here so I can show you what we're working with. I don't know if you all heard about this, but this is E-Zest coin cleaner. So I got this off Amazon. It's a coin cleaner for copper, gold, and silver. And I do not recommend cleaning any coins, but for educational purposes and my own curiosity, I wanted to see how this works. I have a couple pieces here that I'm willing to test out. First one here is a silver proof Kennedy, 1993. It's just heavily milk spotted. I want to see if this will take out milk spots. So what you do is basically dip the coin for about 3 to 5 seconds, wash it off under running water, and pat dry. So we're going to see what happens. So we'll give it a little dunk. Oh man, I can see already. It is clean looking. So I'm going to run it under running water real quick. Basically get all those chemicals off. Wow. I will pat dry. You don't want to rub any coins, definitely. So let me grab a towel and we'll just kind of pat dry these. Don't mind the birds in the background. That's the wife's parakeets going crazy. And I think that's fingerprints or condensation. But not too bad. I mean, it's hard to tell on the camera here, but it definitely got all that milk spotting off in just one little dip. I think that's condensation. All right, let me just kind of put these to dry, and we'll try a different one. I was really curious about these Un pesos. They're 10% silver, and this one, as you see, is just totally filthy. A lot of these are very green colored. I mean, there's a lot of copper in them, but let's see what it does. This one I'll kind of hold in for a few seconds, spin it around so my finger doesn't block any of the surface area. Just kind of moving it around. I don't know. I'm kind of watching it, and it's not doing a whole lot. It does recommend that you wipe off get any like dirt or residue off. But let me run it under running water real quick. So it says you can reapply multiple times to get it even shinier, but really didn't do a whole lot. So let me see here. I'm going to move this guy over here, dry my hands, and try this again. We'll do a second dip. I wasn't expecting that these 10% silver coins would really clean up too well. I don't know. To be honest, I wasn't sure what was going to happen. It says not to leave the coin in for more than 15 seconds. So I'm kind of giving it... We're kind of just experimenting here. So let me run this underwater one more time. So let's pat it dry. Just kind of drying. Let me dry my hands as well. I don't want to get too much water into the chemical solution and end up diluting it. But didn't really do a whole lot. I mean, it's still not very shiny. I didn't expect it to do it to this coin, but whatever. So my next one I want to try is this, what year is this one? This 2015 Canadian Birds of Prey. It's just heavily milk spotted. So I'm going to give this a dip as well. Sorry, my birds are going crazy. So, I'm just looking here. I didn't rinse it off yet, but it did not take any of that milk spotting off at all. It worked on the Kennedy. Well, let me rinse it off. Alright, so I got it here rinsed off. I'm going to pat it dry. Just kind of dry my hands as well. I don't think this really took that milk spotting off. These older Canadian coins were known to milk spot a lot. They didn't have that new protection process that they do for the bullion now. But as you can see, still, well, it's hard to tell. We'll go back under the good light and take a look at all of these coins once we're finished. The next one I'm going to try is just a rosy dime. We'll see what this does. And I bet you're all cringing right now. I'm cleaning my coins. I'm cleaning all my numismatics. No, nothing here is a good date or anything heavily collectible, or basically it's all just silver melt. I would melt this down if I felt like it. So it's nothing too special. So all for educational purposes. I was really curious to see what this E-Zest stuff does. If it even works. What it works on the best. I mean, this rosy dime was pretty gunked up. It says, like I said before, it says to basically kind of remove any dirt and grime before you clean the coin. I'm not exactly sure what kind of coin you would want to be cleaning. What is this even made for? I mean, is this made to do what we're doing here? Just I guess really anything. I'm curious to see what it does to copper. Like a pre-82 copper penny. We might have to check that out too. Let me rinse this one off. Well, this one didn't do a whole lot either. Kind of made it look worse. So, I mean, it cleaned it up a little bit, but I mean, it didn't get any of that dirt or anything from the little nooks and crannies. Well, what else do we got? How about a 64 Kennedy? It's in good shape, but it's got some, I don't know. Yeah, let's do it. Who cares? This one's seeming to clean up pretty good. Maybe he just likes the Kennedy coins. It's pretty funny. This one seems to be cleaning up pretty well. And like I said in the beginning of the video, I do not recommend cleaning any of your coins. With bullion, I guess it really doesn't matter. I mean, it's just bullion, right? Let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Should you even clean your bullion? Would you clean your American Silver Eagle or your Maple Leaf? So, this one came out pretty good. Let me rinse it off. Alright, so rinse that one off and we'll pat it dry and see what we got going on here. This one seemed to work pretty well. I'm trying to just get all this water off my gloves. So, took all that. Yeah, it works pretty well. Did a good job on the Kennedy here. 64, 90% silver. Did pretty good on that. I have another. This is a 94 proof. Also heavily milk spotted. I got these in junk silver bins. So, wasn't anything special. Man, the proof, they automatically turn super clean. That's pretty interesting. I mean, look guys, it took all that tarnish off in a second. Let me rinse it off. Alright, we got that one rinsed off. Let me pat it dry and take a look. This one came out beautiful. It really does a good job on these proof pieces. Well, it's all wet. It kind of looks like it's all scratched up, but that's just kind of the wetness of the coin still. All right. Let's see. I got another rosy dime. We'll try this one. So we kind of just dip it and kind of give it a little wiggle. This one seems to come out pretty clean. I guess if it still has the luster, then they come out looking pretty good. So, this one came out pretty clean. We'll take a look at everything later. How about a 1922 peace dollar? This one, must have been in some kind of collector or like I don't even know, some kind of little set. It's got some kind of residue here from it being glued. Maybe it was just glued to a coin folder. I don't know. I know you're all probably cringing, but let's clean it. Let's see what happens. Yep, I am doing this to a peace dollar. Don't all go unsubscribe all at once, please. We're only doing this for educational purposes, for my own curiosity, and, you know, as entertainment purposes. I do not recommend cleaning your coins, ever. It's coming out pretty shiny, though. It looks actually really good. That little residue on the back, I don't think is going to come off with this chemical. I've actually tried using like Goo Gone and a couple other things to get it off. And it's on there for good. But, man, it looks pretty darn shiny. I'll give this one a little extra time, see what happens. Looking pretty shiny, guys. All right, let me rinse it off. All right, we got this one rinsed off. We got the peace dollar. Yes, I cleaned a peace dollar. Please don't be mad at me. This was for educational purposes. I was just really curious to see what this E-Zest is all about. I mean, so, looking pretty shiny. And that residue actually ended up coming off. That was pretty cool. We'll take a better look in just a minute. Alright guys, let me get this all cleaned up and we'll go to the workbench under some good lighting and take a look. Hang on. Alright guys, we're back here at the bench. So we have the 64, which came out pretty good. I mean, it definitely cleaned it up, but it leaves all that wear visible. I mean, it looks like a cleaned coin. You could tell. It's got a little bit of kind of spotting, but that's kind of where the wear and the dirt was. Definitely made it shinier. These proofs, they definitely came out pretty well. I'm not sure what that little line in Kennedy's cheek there is, but so, you know, I was happy. Like something like this, I would use that E-Zest for to get the milk spotting off of a proof like this. I mean, I guess I would. I did. This one came out pretty clean too. Let me see. Oh, you know what? That's just the steam off my hands. That wasn't milk spotting. Yeah, I mean, these came out really clean. The, this guy had a big old dent in it, too. I mean, it came out pretty good compared to it used to look like this. So it kind of brought that green, or it got rid of that green color. You could tell the edges definitely got cleaner. I kind of like the way these look better. So, that was the 10% silver. We did the rosy. This one was a little bit in better shape. So this one shined up pretty well. So, this one was a little dirtier. Didn't really do a whole lot. It cleaned some of that gunk, but as you see, in all the little crevices, it leaves, especially in by that mint mark, still the dark area there. And then the peace dollar, it just has that kind of weird finish going on, where you could tell that chemical is definitely corrosive. It got rid of that residue I was talking about earlier, but it left kind of a stain mark. I mean, I'll show you what the other, or what it looked like originally, was kind of like this. So, it definitely cleans them up, but I do not recommend cleaning your coins, especially your junk silver. I mean, maybe something like a proof that was all milk spotted and, you know, it's not a collectible or rare piece. But to be honest, the E-Zest is not the best thing. It doesn't work. It doesn't work magic. Some of them come out pretty clean, but you could still see the scratches and where that residue and dirt was. It leaves a trace even after it's cleaned. So that was our little experiment. We messed around with the E-Zest coin cleaner for copper, gold, and silver. It's a chemical, hazardous chemical, corrosive. I do not recommend cleaning your coins. But we did it for educational purposes. Definitely interesting. I'm not going to do it to anything else. I wanted to just see what it did, what kind of reaction it had to 90% as well as 10%. And we also tried on the 4/9 fine, which I already put away, but it didn't really clean it at all. It had heavily milk spotted, and those milk spots remained. So, E-Zest, I don't necessarily recommend it. But for educational purposes, we had a good time. We experimented with some chemicals. I feel like a scientist. So, hope you enjoyed watching me clean some of my coins. Definitely interesting. Please smash that like button. Please subscribe to the channel. And ring that notification bell so you can see when I upload videos daily. And as always, folks, have a great day. Don't clean your coins.